Welcome into your News at 4, everyone. I'm Alex Anderson.
And I'm Courtney Buds. Thanks for joining us.
People living in a Highland neighborhood are angry after vacant homes continue to catch fire around Shreveport.
The constant fires are being discussed during today's public safety meeting once again. And KTBS 3's Gabrielle Parrish is at a home destroyed by fire. Gabrielle?
Courtney, Alex, I'm standing on top of what used to be a home, but as you can see, there's nothing left but wooden pieces just like this scattered everywhere. And beneath this rubble is family memories that are burned up. Now people living in the area are telling me that they are calling on the city of Shreveport to do something about these vacant house fires.
We're going to stay upset. We're going to keep looking at this pile of rubble right here and realize this shouldn't have happened.
J.K. Laura lives in the 400 block of Columbia Street in Shreveport, where a vacant home caught on fire last October.
Luckily, it didn't burn this house and the other house, but unfortunately, that wasn't enough to make it something that is a non-trespass area.
Not long after, Jara says homeless people started moving into the abandoned house, trying to escape the bitter cold as temperatures dropped below freezing.
There were people burning logs or burning things in shopping carts or in the fire pit where firemen, police had to be involved. And then unfortunately that escalated into what happened in January, where this house caught fire again.
So far this year, there have been nearly 40 house fires. Last year, SFD battled over 400 house fires.
And poor Bill's house, poor Miss Lula's house, took massive, massive damage. And this whole situation is not specific to this area. This is something that is happening all over.
The City Council addressed squatters' rights during today's public safety meeting, where they came up with resolutions.
To board up the property, to post no trespassing signage. On that no trespassing signage, we would like for them to provide contact information with a name and a number for the lawful possessor. That will allow Shreveport Police Department to reach out to the lawful possessor.
Council members also asked Chief Wayne Smith to place patrol cars outside of certain vacant homes to stop squatters from setting fires.
100 block of Columbia, we could get with you on that and
absolutely
have a car sit out front and
That
fill
is
out.
correct.
I mean, I know they can't sit there 24/7,
Right.
but
It's while they're not on a call,
Right.
when they got to stop somewhere.
they could
and do
stop
the
there
paperwork,
where you've had complaints.
Absolutely.
Or where we've had complaints.
Now, Jara is demanding action, saying her and neighbors are outraged after the abandoned home caught on fire twice and damaged 2 houses.
Stay angry, stay upset. If you get angry and upset for 5 minutes and let it go, you're not doing anybody any favors. If you stay mad, that's where progress comes from.
A neighbor who lives right next door to the vacant house that caught on fire tells me that his car was melted by the fire. That's how bad it is. And he's joining me now. His name is Johnny Bracamami. And Johnny, just tell me, how scary was the situation for you, just waking up and seeing that your next door neighbor's home is on fire?
Well, that's just it. I woke up at 4:30 in the morning. I'm glad that I did, because the acrid smell, you could smell it. I ran to the front door and opened it, completely ablaze. Everything was a mess. Ran to wake up my roommate, and then ran next door to wake up my neighbors over there. The house was completely engulfed, and it's not the first time it's happened. But we got out in time. I tried to move my car, but the heat was so much that I had to just run away from it. It melted the front of my car. So yeah, it was pretty intense. We could have lost the whole house. It burst out all the windows on this side of the house, and the eaves and the roof. There's smoke damage inside the house too. It was a nightmare. It could have been really bad. It could have been really, really bad.
And just tell me, how are you feeling? You guys have reported to the police about squatters.
Over and over again. They've been out, the police have been out, the firemen have been out here, and to no avail. Nothing seems to happen. Like I said, if it would have been done in October when the house burnt the first time, it would have been a different story. We wouldn't have this problem. But that's not the case. Like I said, nobody came, nobody turned it down, and the vagrants did not leave. They moved across the street to Miss May's old house. They moved in this back alley over here. It's constant. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's 7 or 8, 10 people. There's drugs, there's this, there's everything coming in and out of this building it's bad for the entire neighborhood.
And that sounds just really overwhelming to deal with. The Shreveport City Council just had a meeting discussing squatters' rights, and some of the solutions that they came up with is that they would like patrol cars to be stationed in front of the houses. Of course, they can't stay there 24/7.
No.
How do you feel about that solution?
Well, that's a good start. And the police have been very cooperative. They've been in and out of here all the time, but if they're not really doing anything wrong, they can't really do anything to them. Like I said, they had to literally evict them from next door. The neighbors did, or the lady that owns the house had to evict them. Squatters have rights, but we should have rights too. We pay taxes; they do not. So, I think it could have been avoided completely.
Yes, Johnny, thank you so much for that.
Absolutely.
KTBS3 will continue to keep you updated about these vacant house fires around Shreveport. Reporting live for KTBS3, I'm Gabrielle Parrish.
All right, thanks, Gabrielle, for that update.